Okay, so looking at measures of spread are how the data is moved apart or how the data is collected all in one spot or not all in one spot. So they describe how the values are distributed. Quartiles, so the first quartile is the first 25%. So there's 75% still above it. The second quartile, which we never really call it, Q2, is the median. So that means 50% is above and 50% below. The third quartile, or Q3, is at 75%. And then there's no fourth quartile, but that would be 100% of the data. The range is the highest number minus the lowest. So the highest piece of data minus the lowest piece of data. A box and whisker plot just is a different way of displaying our data. It's drawn to scale. The left whisker is the lowest data point. The part of the box here is Q2. This line in the middle is the median. Notice how it's not always directly in the center. Then we have Q3, and then the highest data point. Okay, the interquartile range is just Q3 minus Q2. Or sorry, not Q2. Oops, that's Q1. Q2, like I just said, is the median. All right. Measures of essential tendency. So you should really know mean, median, and mode. We've talked about those already. Their values around which the data tends to cluster. Measures of spread are like range, variance, standard deviation, interquartile range. It describes how the values are distributed. Okay, so how are they spread out? So what we're going to look at today is just the quartiles. So created box and whisker plot for the following data. So notice at the bottom I've created a number line that's evenly spaced. Okay, I'll show you why I'm doing that. It just allows us to make the box and whisker plot a little bit easier. First thing you need to do is order your data. Now in this example I've already done that for you. But here the smallest number is 34. The greatest number is 86. So that would tell us our range is 86 minus 34. Okay, so we could write that in here as well. Range would be 86 minus 34. So we're going to have what, 52? Our range is 52. Now Q2 is actually our median. So what we need to do is find out how many points of data we have. We've got 1, 2, I'm not going to put dots here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of data. So what that means is I'm going to take these two middle points. I'm going to add them together because 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I need to take the 5th point and the 6th point, add them together and divide by 2. So 63 plus 67 divided by 2, or you could just find halfway between them. So Q2 is 65. Now, when I'm finding the first quartile, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the lower half of the data. Okay, I'm going to find the median of that. So there's 5 pieces of data there. So the median of that is 52. For Q3, I'm going to do the exact same thing, but with the upper half of the data. So here, it's going to be 75. If I had a median that were to fall right in here, I would do this in the exact same way. I wouldn't include that middle number. Okay, so no matter what, the Q1 and Q3 wouldn't change if I had 65 in the middle there. I would still be finding the bottom half and the top half because you don't include the median in either the bottom or the top halves. Okay, so now I just have to draw my box and whisker plot. So we'll go back to black. My lowest point is 34. So I'm going to put a line right at 34. Then I actually like to put all my vertical lines first. My Q1 is at 52. My median is at 65. My Q3 is at 75. And my highest point is at 86. So now I'm just gonna fill in that box, and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Okay? You don't necessarily have to have the same size of whiskers. The median doesn't have to be in the middle of the box part of the box and whisker plot. Okay? Homework for this